Peggle. It's Peggle time. I was just thinking, man, it really is getting close to 6 PM. I better start streaming Peggle. I guess I'd better message some people and tell them it's Peggle time. We're back on this one, Mr. Peepless. Spiral of Doom took me like a whole stream and then a little bit, so... yeah, going on one straight off the bat. Just get right into it. Now while I message some people, just to let them know I'm streaming, it's gonna be a little bit slow, maybe. You know, that's okay. Yep. Peggle. Oh, that was slick. Let's go. If anyone is, you know, watching the VOD later, I hope you're having a wonderful time. A very good day and such. It's April. It's only the 14th of April. Usually the days seem like they're going by much quicker than they are for me now. I love the bitrate warning. The stream's current bitrate is what? Is lower than the recommended bitrate. Cool. Thanks. It's really convenient that Peggle has to be on a small window because I can see the chat quite easily. Well, last ball. It could have been a free ball, imagine if it was. So I think we'll go with our guy. Because I think our guy has a pretty good shot of getting, you know, a lot of coverage in one go, so that should help out an awful lot when it comes to doing this. Like so. Yeah, it could have been better, could have been worse. It's alright though. That was certainly an interesting one. Ooh, coverage on that ball. That was tenacious. A tenacious marvel. Maybe I should have gotten a drink before I started the stream. It was just like, oh shit, it's 6 PM. It's stream time. Very arbitrary stream time, but nonetheless. Do you see that bounce off of that one? Holy, I definitely didn't plan for that. Free ball, love to see it. That was an unlucky result. It might look lucky because I got it in 100,000, but that's not what I'm going for, unfortunately. But using our guy looks like a good way. Look at that, free ball! Free ball off of that too. You love to see it. Crazy. I think I'm in gear for Peggle today. Maybe. Maybe. It's a good thing that, you know, if it was going to be this one or the last one that was accidentally unlisted as a stream, I'm glad it wasn't this one. Oh, wow. You can't get every free ball from the bucket. You really have to relinquish some. Unless you're an absolute pro, which I am not yet, but maybe I will be by the end of this 100% attempt. As in for the whole game, not for this. That would be a bit too far for right now. Pretty good. And yeah, it has that weird effect where it kind of bounces back instead of, you know, when it's just that. Instead of going forward in the direction that the bucket's actually going, which I think is not physically intuitive or correct. But I'm not here to criticise Peggle, in fact I'm here to play Peggle. So that's what I'll do. That was a kind of weak one, but there weren't many pigs left in the first place to actually line up for. So I can't blame it too much. And that could have been a free ball. And then that might have been the one. Very unlikely. I might just keep using this guy for now. It seems very promising. Nice, you love to see it. Ooh. Not quite. Nah, yeah, absolutely not quite at all. Not what I wanted. But I've had much more wasteful balls than that before. Yeah, see, it seems to do that when it's going the opposite direction. It's a bit strange. That was awful. What a waste. And I'll just... Yeah. That wasn't going many good places, and it didn't. Neither was that. Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my. Wow. That was pretty good. Not too bad. Oh, yeah, not good. Not quite the bounce I was going for. Neither was that. Yeah. I wonder... Yeah, go this guy. I mean, you know... Like all of them, it's hit or miss, you know. That was definitely a miss because it went straight back over there where it came from. You really don't want to see that at all. That's okay. I've seen much worse outcomes from that ability, so... Wow. No, I think that did that on purpose, actually. I don't know if you were watching with your eyes just then, but you must have seen the same thing I did, where it went all the way over. I think that's what happened there. That wasn't too bad. That was too bad. Okay, you know, free ball from the points, I'll take it. Wow. Wow. I hope you're a fan of this owl staring at you for like an hour, because that's what it's gonna do. Imagine if I got the free ball in and just kept doing that for the rest of the level, for the rest of the Peggle. Alas, we don't live in that world. However, we do live in a world where we get 2 of these at once, and it doesn't contribute that much in the end. Because both of those things can happen at once. Did you see that bounce a bit at the bottom there? That was crazy. And what I'm trying to do, at least partially, is get more points from each blue peg, which involves hitting a lot of the orange pegs, like I've been doing. I say trying, I haven't been very consciously trying at the moment, but the more points you get per blue peg, the more likely you are to get a free ball from the points. And a free ball from the points is probably going to be a lot more reliable. Free ball from the basket, because good luck predicting where that's going to go unless you have a shot that's only going to hit 1 peg. Yeah, like that, you know? So you don't have to hit many pegs towards the end to get free balls. Now this is quite precarious, but I got all of those with 1. You don't think I could possibly get it this time? Oh my god. No. No. The way this has to be done is if I can just... Okay. That's a level complete. That's another level. It's actually streamed live this time instead of to Noble. I mean, it is to Noble. But it doesn't have to be, because it's public. That's besides the point. That's another level done. 2 of them on stream. Let's go. That is definitely a celebration worthy. And we're on to stage 3. Not that I did any of these on the stream, just these 2, but I've got a whole new stage to play with on stream, and I think I'll go with this guy again. That's pretty good, you know? I say guy, it's a pumpkin, it's not really very gendered, is it? That's alright, and that's besides the point. Actually, do you have a... I have to check his name again. I think it was just Renfield. There is definitely no Mr. in his name, I think. What a great topic. Peggle is like if Plinko were fun. Don't you agree? Nice. I think I might have the heart of the pegs this round. I mean, this stream. So we're only 15 minutes in, I beat that other level. Okay. Imagine dragons. Go the Jimmy Lightning, and we'll do it much smarter by going from the top, rather than, you know, down to one of these areas. Because ball velocity is good, but coverage is a lot better. Speaking of coverage, you can't easily hit that one because you have that peg right in the way. Wow, this ability can be useless. I think I'd have better luck with that Splork, I think. Considering what just happened. Ooh. There was a really big gap there and it really wanted to fall in. So it did. Nice. Nice! It's free ball after point central. You know, I actually have a pretty good shot. No. No. The luck. Maybe I just didn't have any skill. But I did get a high score, so you know. There was that. Try to go on stream without me doing that. It's impossible. We should do bingo eventually. When I've done these long enough to assemble a bingo card's worth of things that happen. Whoa! I haven't seen that one before. That's sick. 200,000 points, it's one ball. You're crazy. Don't think you're crazy. I think that's crazy how bad that missed. This little marble went on an adventure all around the board. You seen that? Just plinked those last two and straight in the void. It was out. Hope someone checks out the VOD of this and realizes what they're missing out. The epic peggling that they're missing out on. Did you see that? And I've got 3 balls left, so I can simply win this way. That's another one on the same stream. It hasn't even been, what, 5 minutes. That's crazy. Crazy good luck. We're just, or it's a crazy easy level. Might be soaring through these maybe. Another one. You see, that's a trend, you know, it keeps heading back over the same direction, and maybe, you know, that's the entire purpose of these barriers, to keep it going either one way or the other, and so it's like a 50-50. And if you're screwed, you're fucked, because you're screwed. You see that perfect trampoline? Crazy. And yeah, it just threaded the needle between all of those. Nice. I've been revisiting another old game lately. I've been revisiting Prototype 2 after having played the first game again. Now the first game on Steam doesn't have any achievements, but I've been doing the achievements in the second game. And I'm hoping to have that 100%ed pretty soon. Although I do need to beat the game again on hard mode, so we'll see. Let me see if I get that done. Ooh, this might not go very well. Nope. Nope. Yep. It's alright. Whoever gets all of that, you know, all of a level on their first try. Because you have to be even more lucky than I've been this stream for that, obviously. That'd be pretty crazy. Nice. You know, can't complain. Now, that I think I can complain about pretty reasonably. And that, because that just lost all of its momentum immediately. And didn't even give me a free ball out of it. For my troubles. Or for your troubles. No one was compensated, I assure you, except that for that one there was a little bit. And watch this do the same thing, it just goes back to the same side, never mind. But it was so wasteful. Anyway. Yeah, these curved, like rectangular pegs are very difficult, which I've mentioned before, that's alright. That one was in as quickly as it was out. I mean, it was out as quickly as it was in. That's funny. Oh yeah, because the pegs. Well, that's the score multiplier, yeah, makes sense. So the score multiplier is what handles how much the pegs you get are worth. That's not it's not how many orange pegs you've got necessarily, like I thought it was. Oh, is it? Oh no, it is, I think. Wait, I'm not so sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. Sweet. A lot of pegs that are. Ooh, bad. And this is also very bad. Yeah. My goodness. Peggle either gives you the most satisfying possible level, or finds extravagant ways to screw you over. You couldn't have even imagined. Marble movements that you never knew. Just like that. They sprout right before your eyes. Wow. That one jumped off of the bucket and still did the same thing. nice. Oh, wow. The solo peg. Not the worst. Not terrible. It's not going to be as I want it to be. No. I could have actually saved that. But, you know, we would be doing this far too quickly if I did. Which is a very poor excuse as to why I just didn't think about it enough. You know what? That was a pretty good normal marble. If I may say so myself. But yeah, it clearly is the orange peg meter right there. You can have the extreme fever. Oh, sorry, the extremeter. Oh, sorry, the fever meter. I couldn't see it. It's very small window on my screen. Hope you know. Oh. Yeah. And then it's this hell. Oh. Hell yeah. Peggle does slap. What up, man? Oh. I'm not just playing Peggle either, I'm 100%ing Peggle. Very nice of you to show up. And regretfully already played all the levels normally off stream before starting to do this, but it's all good. Did you also play Peggle way back when, my new friend? I think it was still kinda new, like on the Xbox 360 arcade. That was pretty good. Reginald? Is that his name? If it's Reginald, I've been calling him the wrong thing. But, you know, even if his name isn't Reginald, it is now, to me. Now. Ooh. I'm gonna have to start doing that. It's okay. Aww. Now, before you got here, I managed to 100% like 2 levels within like 10 minutes of each other. It was crazy. The previous ones just before this. Oh, I didn't check his name. I'm on autopilot. I don't know, maybe you saw it. It's not a bad start. I've had far worse. You see what I did there? Yeah. One starting ball? That's a thing? Also, is there a challenge mode in Peggle Deluxe, or is that a different Peggle? Because I don't think I've seen a challenge mode on here. I'll have to have a look next time I fail this level. Way after what I was going for. There is! There is a challenge mode. Right, we'll try one of the challenge mode levels. Yeah. Renford, it's okay. His new name is Reginald. So you don't have to worry about it. Now you were never calling the wrong thing. And let's see if our man Reginald can get this challenge level. But this is a funny challenge because this is just like, you get way more points because there are... Oh, that's not how that works, never mind. But how it does work is this would be the same as just 100%ing the level normally, because you just have to get way more pegs than you would usually in the default version of the level. So I've kind of already done this challenge before, just without all the extra red pegs. That doesn't mean I'll do this time, granted. I'm just trying to dunk it in the bucket. Nope. Go from this one. That was quite unlucky. Oh yeah. Alright. That's cool. See, that seems like the real meat of the game. From the sound of that. Because that was an unlucky bucket shot. Because obviously you got all the normal levels, we just cleared them normally. And that, you know, at first is a challenge in and of itself, but having the extra things going on like that seems like the main thing you want to get to, and the default versions are just like the tutorial, more like. Sorry, I'm gonna close my window real quick. Don't block it. There we go. Yeah, that sounds real interesting. I'm gonna splork a shot. No pun intended, because you know, it seems like that's what happens. A shot. Though I do think the most effective is probably our guy Reginald. Oh, true. I should stop saying their real in-game names. I forget what it was. Because I had a moment like that where I was trying to remember what his name was and I couldn't. And I came up with something similar. But I don't remember what it was now. Referring to Spork, I mean, of course. Just take the L out. He's Spork. Way better name if you ask me. I like the way his big menacing eye attracts the mouse and then the ball. It's got character. The game has lots of character. It's definitely more memorable than like Bejeweled. Yeah. But maybe all of PopCap's games have so much character. I wouldn't know. I think this is the only PopCap game that I've ever played. That's what I'm saying. That was pretty unlucky for one of those. Bejeweled worked on Steam and now doesn't. Also, I'm afraid I've never played Bejeweled, but I have played a good few knockoffs. And I have to say, you know, it ain't the worst thing. It's decent. Insane. Yeah, Hammy said it was insane. I didn't see the shot though. Was that insane? I don't know. It didn't look too crazy to me. Maybe. It does, you know, go in line with the current theme of game with colourful blocks and shapes that disappear. In fact, in that same vein, maybe I should do Tetris too. I think Tetris is a lot less chill if you get to, you know, higher levels of it. You start stressing out. Ooh. Very good. That was very satisfying. That's what Peggle was about. Yeah, I think that would be quite challenging. I think at a certain point Tetris would take way too much of the attention. What? Sorry, I keep having to close a pop-up on my YouTube tab. That, like in the exact... Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Very chill fellow Peggle fan. I'm very glad. Now, I should clarify, both in, you know, what's currently on the channel and what's going to be on the channel. At least the plan is there's going to be quite a bit of variety. Because, you know, I've played a lot of different games over the years, that's mostly what I want to show off, and they're all of different kinds and genres and such. So, it's going to be a bit like that, with hopefully variety content. And part of the reason I'm streaming is mostly because I kind of burnt on video work and didn't know really what I wanted to do for my next video. Like, I knew originally, but I went and recorded it, and then, you know, I hadn't gotten to editing it because I burnt on the KSP stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Peggle is one of those. You know, that's the thing. You know? People see Peggle being streamed, you know, most people probably aren't gonna be too interested, but there'll be someone. And right now you're that someone. There'll be someone who's like, Peggle? You're streaming Peggle? I remember that game. And then it will be chill. Because of a fellow chill Peggle enjoyer. And yeah, I'd say a lot of the games, well, maybe not all of them, but a fair few of the games I played growing up as well were quite niche in the same kind of vein. Partly because the YouTubers I used to watch growing up, you'll see Peggle was absolutely peak, would play a lot of niche games. Some of them, you know, like Peggle. And also, I very fortunately had like a childhood best friend who knew and loved a lot of niche games, and he introduced me to a lot of those as well. So a combination of those two led me that way. The niche video game path of life. And you know, it's a neat thing. It's a neat thing that I think is worth celebrating, because a lot of the niche games are like relatively indie as well. So I think people making indie games is very worth celebrating, and you know, it's worth me personally as well celebrating parts of, you know, my life, my childhood, been and gone. And maybe also help some other people relive parts of their lives as well, like when they play Peggle. And in terms of what's on my channel, I would say that KSP counts as one of those niche games as well. At least I would say it's relatively niche. Can't have to be a bit nerdy to like it. Space and all. That was a good ricochet. That was not. I wasn't going anywhere in particular. Aw, that's nice. I can definitely see why. Aww. That had gotten in the bucket. That would have been it. Yeah, I can definitely see why you felt inclined to click on the stream. I really appreciate it. There will be more Peggle. Because for one, I'm not stopping till I've 100% of the game, the rest of the stages. Two, I haven't even touched Peggle 2 yet. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it's not Peggle 2, it's Peggle Nights. I have not yet touched Peggle Nights. So I've still got to do that as well. So we have more, oh my god, look at this. We'll have more Peggle in the future. For the foreseeable future as well. I bet that's good news for you. Right? That was an amazing start. Might have it this time. What a pitiful ball that was. The good old contrast. Oh, do you see that? Very satisfying. That's why they have the instant replay feature, but it's okay because this will be a VOD anyway, so I don't really need that. And besides being a little stuck on videos, another part of the reason I decided I wanted to stream as well was because I'd further considered more recently the idea of maybe doing stream highlights as videos as well. We've done it. We've done this level as well, just like that. It hasn't even, you know... It's been 47 minutes since I started. This will be the, third level? Right. Wow. Good score. Reginald High. That is Reginald High. Let's go. I didn't get the 100,000 bonus. All of them were the 100,000 bonus, weren't they? Or didn't I? But yeah, in this one stream, I've managed to do this level, this one, and now this one. So, I do wonder if we can keep this up. To fully count, you know? You know, you might have a good point. Yeah, the fake 100,000. Yeah. Maybe. Although, you know, I count myself lucky enough to have gotten that great start that we saw. You know, as it was. I like that I've got an apple there in the eye glyph. It's the apple of their eye, which I don't really know what that means exactly. I've never really looked into it, but I've definitely heard the phrase. That was almost 2 free ball baskets in a row. Also, I am going to be calling it both the basket and the bucket because I haven't decided which yet. Which I should stick to. It looks more like a bucket to me, though. Now, for your handy information, when I do more Peggle streams on other days, they will be at about the same time as this one. Which for me, currently in BST, is 6 PM. Of course, you know, with some potential for being a little late. Admittedly, I haven't picked the best possible time because 6 p.m. cuts it pretty close to dinner time for me, which is 5 p.m. Alright, let's go. Although, personally, I do prefer when we are in UTC or Universal Time. Purely because it's, you know, +00, it's like the central one. And I don't think the world would be that much worse off if we just stayed in Universal Time, you know? Maybe we didn't have BST, but... well, there's nothing I can do about that. Wow. Damn. I'm sorry to hear. My sleep schedule is pretty flexible, but I've been getting... I don't know about good... oh, pardon me, I don't know about good sleep, but I've been getting early sleep the last couple of days. After, you know, usually most of the time sleeping very late, like 4 a.m. sometimes onwards. Now, I find when I sleep earlier, at like, you know, around 1 in the morning, I wake up at like, you know, a little bit before 6. Which is like, you know, not indicative of me getting great sleep, because I haven't slept for that long. But if I still feel fine after waking up, then I end up going back to sleep for more. And I just carry on like 5 hours. Well, you know, I have, not only have I spent a lot of my life on the internet, so my accent is a little bit different. I do have somewhat of an affinity for Australians in a certain sense. Like, I've had quite a good few Australian friends and spent plenty of time with them. So you know what, that makes a lot of sense. Because, you know, of course, you tend to develop your accent from when you're growing up and the people around you, but that idea doesn't really account for when, you know, most of your influence comes from, like, YouTube. Right, watch YouTube a lot of the day in your free time. And, you know, one can also absolutely make the argument that growing up watching YouTube maybe isn't best for you, but, or you know, to such an extent. And, you know, I might be inclined to agree, but me personally, you know, I came out pretty okay. But that might have just been, you know, luck of the draw. I wound up watching, like, good YouTube, you know, good quality content with substance in it. Alright, I don't think... oh, right. Like... is it like an Australian show, or is it like the Australian version of Nothing to Declare? Pardon me, I'm not too well versed in TV, so I do not know this show. Glad to hear it's good though. Who knows, I might give it a watch. So, you say over dramatic. Is it like reality TV where they like actually record real footage but exaggerate it, or is it just like exaggerated, a fictional version of that sort of deal? I'm assuming it's not reality TV because it'd be really hard because that doesn't happen too often. Oh yeah, like with the water phone, you know. Man, that was, a crazy ride learning about, back when I didn't know anything about the whole like dramatization on TV sort of thing, learning about how they do that, like giving people uncomfortable pauses and such, like completely mischaracterizing them for, obviously for the dramatic effect. Yeah, the water phone sound. I love that noise, it's one of my favourite sound effects. Also, I've seen some really good clips of Kitchen Nightmares. My brother loves that show too. He quotes it like all the time. Nice slide. Slick. Let's go. That's a pretty good one. Wow. Let's not talk about that one, shall we? Could be worse. Oh, that's a good shout. I like that idea. Imagine. What's a fun noise? Make it really imposing when someone does that. If someone does that. Yeah, I could do that. I'll have to learn how they do it first, because obviously I'm very new to streaming. There must be some API related app, and I just, half-mindedly beat the level prematurely. That might have been 100% found done that. Imagine. Yeah, it's okay though. And I appreciate, the background of this level, because like unlike the other one, I don't have to. I mean, this wasn't the problem with the last one either. Now that we're on the Egypt stages, or this theme rather. But with those first two that I was streaming, I had to deal with obviously the snail in the background staring at me for the whole like hour I was streaming, and then the owl as well. It's funny. But yeah, I'm assuming that there has to be some app that connects to YouTube's API, and that's how streamers usually do that. It's pretty quiet. I don't know if I can turn it up any further. No, that's at max. I can turn the game down, I think. Can I? I think I can turn the stream down. Sorry, the game. If that will help. But yeah, I know the mic's a little bit quiet. I could move the microphone. I might not do that right now because that'll be quite loud if I do. At least without it muted. But I appreciate the feedback. Because it's much closer to my microphone, like so. Oh, right, yeah. Fever's just like really loud. Well, I'm glad it's well balanced all the other times. That is a good thing to note. Much obliged. Have been going for an hour now. You know, for the hour we made a lot more progress than I thought. Good start. I think if this attempt doesn't make it, we'll give it one more afterwards, and if that doesn't, we'll call it till next stream, which, you know, shouldn't be too long till that happens. Could be tomorrow. I'll be willing to come back to it then, around the same time. Oof. Nice long shot. I have to be very careful not to hit the last orange peg. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice to meet you too. Thank you very much. I think actually that's a good note. Good score. Yeah, right. But hey, it's okay. Because, you know, this time I managed to do 3 whole levels, 100% in pretty short a time. Whereas the first time I was streaming this, I was just on the snail. So, hasn't gone too bad overall this time. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me and chatting with me while I Peggle. I'll see you for more Peggle later. Oh, if I write menu options, really? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how. Oh, right, yeah. Well, I'm not very good at this sort of thing. I don't remember exactly the melody, but thank you. Maybe I'll look into that and try that next stream. And see you later.